Last time we spoke, we mentioned that we'd be meeting with Tony Falloon, one of Mortgage Express's leading mortgage brokers here in New Zealand. Tony's going to tell us a bit about the new lending regulations surrounding mortgages. Hi, Tony. Thanks for coming in. We know that there have been a lot of discussion recently about changes to the lending regulations. Can you explain some of that to us?
Well, the Reserve Bank introduced a new initiative to try and cool the market. So essentially what they did was they reduced what we call LVRs, which is called loan to value ratios, which means people can generally now only lend up to 80% of the purchase price. Just more recently, as ASB and Sovereign have eliminated all of their pre-approved mortgages, and so people will need to reapply as from the 4th of October through those lenders. A lot of the other banks now will not issue pre-approved mortgages if the LVR is over 80% of the purchase price, or the mortgage is over 80% of the purchase price. So what this has done is probably taken a lot of first home buyers, most of them, if not all of them, out of the marketplace in the meantime, unless they are able to put a conditional offer on a property, and then we can look at doing some finance for them afterwards with a contract in place.
So in this auction-driven market, would a first home buyer be able to get pre-approval and be able to go to an auction and bid on a home?
Yeah, well, you know, if they don't have a 20% deposit, then in theory they can't get a pre-approval for a mortgage. In essence, it would be very difficult and risky for them to bid at an auction without pre-approved finance. However, you know, if parents are able to join in and help them purchase a property by including their own property in a security, then certainly that's a different scenario.
Will these new regulations have any bearing on investors in the market?
If they've got equity in their existing property, we can leverage off their existing property, and as long as they have, you know, 20% equity in their property, then it's business as usual.
So a lot of this sounds like bad news for first home buyers. Is it really all doom and gloom?
You know, hey, the first thing is it's not the end of the world for first home buyers. This is something that the Reserve Bank has brought in as an initiative in the meantime. Banks will lend to first home buyers going forward. So it's important that if you are a first home buyer, talk to someone like myself, and we can look at your options and, you know, when you'll be able to potentially purchase.
Thanks, Tony. We really appreciate that. I think you shed some good light on a subject that's proving tricky for a lot of people these days. So join us next week when we'll be talking to an investment expert regarding the trend that we're seeing of properties being sold as is, where is, uninsured. For now, thank you from Team Sutton.